All right, guys, welcome back to Sensei and the People. Today we got Cray here and Sensei Paul. Today we are reviewing the Netflix phenomenon Moonrise. 18 episodes, one season. Let's get into it. So this is a anime. We start off with the Earth making a elevator that goes to the moon, basically a moon elevator. And as they are setting it up and completing it, boom, huge explosion. It gets destroyed, and then come to find out, the people of the moon do not like the people of Earth because they think of them as like low life and stuff like that. So they really don't want this to be completed.
Earth thinks of the moon, like lower species.
Yeah, they're basically just there for their material that they get from there, stuff like that. So we follow the main character, which is
Jack.
Phil. Yeah, Jack. There you go.
Jack Shadow.
He is the son, or the adopted son of the people that are putting together the elevator.
The Shadow Corporation. Sorry.
So. So after this elevator is destroyed, he's basically getting framed for destroying it, and so as punishment, they send him to the moon to apprehend the rebellion that's there.
Bob Skylum.
Which is Bob Skylum, who is the leader of the moon people.
And also his father.
Yeah. So. He goes to the moon. He is in search for Bob Scarlett, which is the head of the. And so he's supposed to take him down.
He's also his father.
So in the process of this,
Time skips.
yeah, there's a bunch of time skips in there.
Yeah.
You go back, forward.
Yeah, it's confusing.
You find out that Jack was actually raised on the moon by the head of the rebellion, the Moon Rebellion.
Bob Skylum.
But he wasn't the only one. There were multiple children that were raised there, and they are called seeds. These are humans that were raised to basically travel through space.
Genetically.
So from there, it just kind of gets pretty messy.
Well, don't forget Phil.
Well, I mentioned the other seeds.
Okay,
just some other seed.
he's only the antagonist who's also a seed.
Jack is seed one, and then the other main character, kind of in this one, is seed two, which is Phil,
Right?
Which is actually, so they're all siblings, really, kind of in a way. I'm not really sure how it works.
Yeah.
Step bro. No, it's
I'm not really sure how it works, but
Yeah.
He's actually Bob Skylum the whole time, like, because he's.
He's not.
not the whole entire time.
Not in the very beginning. Yeah, not in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, basically, what happens when they're younger, the ship that they're on, that all the seeds are on, goes down, gets attacked by Earth. The Earth people take them down. And then, in the last ditch effort, Jack gets sent in a pod to Earth. They find him, gets raised by these adoptive parents.
They also weirdly gave him Phil's arm, which honestly he didn't even need.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he did. Okay. I feel like it wasn't mentioned.
I mean,
Didn't want to bleed out in the spaceship, dude.
yeah.
So that what Phil can bleed out? Okay.
Would know he has a robot there that's like
But that didn't happen right
cauterize
away.
his arm.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Maybe the robot could have cauterized Jack's arm.
And technically, isn't that the robot anyway? Because that little
Wisby.
Wisby.
So,
Yeah.
anyways,
And there's the AI too. What's it called again?
Seed 4? Or the L Zone?
The AI?
Sapientia.
Serpentia, which pretty much runs the world now. Earth.
Yeah, we think. with a guild.
So, going back forward, Jack is looking for Moonrise.
No.
Moon chains.
What's his name, dude? You keep saying it.
Bob Skylum?
Bob Skylum. He's looking for
Yeah.
Bob Skylum to try to apprehend him. He actually ends up meeting with Phil, with Phil in the church, and that's when he finds out that C2, which is the kid he grew up with, is playing Bob Skylum, the bad guy, and he doesn't know why. Which I don't want to grabs.
We're almost there.
So after that, it meets up with Bob Skylum. They just kind of they're jarring back and forth. They have a couple interactions. Jack is trying to figure out why Phil's doing all this. Phil's not telling him. He's just being really coy with it.
Serious.
Yeah, it's like,
just join me, dude. Just come with me, dude.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, basically.
I'm not gonna tell you my plan, but just come with me, dude. Come on.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
So
dude, just come. I'll tell you later. Just come on.
So after a couple battles back and forth, meeting another seed, Jack ends up going with Phil, not telling the search party that he's with why he's going either.
That pissed me off.
So Jack now then goes with Phil, and then they come up with a plan to basically destroy this AI sentient that has been basically giving the Earth people their orders for who knows how long,
judging people.
I don't even want to really finish out the story. There's so much stuff.
Tom Cruise.
There's a lot.
There's so much stuff that's in there. Just know it's a happy ending.
It is a happy ending.
Yeah, it is.
Phil sacrifices himself, takes down the AI that has been leading the Earthians to destroy the Moonrise people.
Some of those blobs, though. What happened to them?
The blobs.
L-Zone?
Yeah, what happened to L-Zone?
Nothing.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But they seem so important.
Who knows?
We'll get to grabs.
There's hundreds of pods of those things. They're just like
we'll get to grabs.
And as we're talking about our gripes and our hypes, we'll throw in some more details of some of the stories and lack of details in the story. So who wants to start us off
with hypes?
With some hypes.
Okay.
So I will.
Go ahead.
Their little suits were really cool, huh?
Yeah. Okay,
They were super cool. The fighting was really good.
What was it called? The suit?
The Ingrams? Oh.
There was a name for the suit.
The metal?
God dang. It was a name. I forget. It's an acronym, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So the fighting was really cool.
Brush power. Yeah.
The fighting was really cool. The
engrave.
I thought the whole I thought the system was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
it was like alchemy almost. Like, I'll take this, form it into this. It's a gun, and I'll form bullets.
You gotta have the metal to do it, and it could change it into whatever you want.
Much metal. They said, don't waste the metal. You're gonna waste all the metal.
Yeah, there's a point they engraved their whole ship to become like a train car.
That was cool as fuck.
Pretty convenient.
Cool. Transformers.
Yeah, pretty convenient.
Yeah, they explained it though. So
I'm not mad at it. Convenient.
Yeah, they explained specifically the only thing you can't change is the engine. That's blocked. Because if the engine has a certain technology we cannot change, so you have to build around the engine and make whatever you want. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, no, that's sick.
Explain that.
I like my hype was Bob Skylum's actually Philip. That when that moment happened in the church,
that's a cool twist.
Yeah, I really really like that twist. We're like, we're still alive.
I didn't realize. Actually, see, it's kind of a gripe too. I didn't realize that you couldn't see them, like when they had the hoodie on. That thing over their face, you can't see. That's almost like a cover. That's also why when they were talking.
I think that was for space travel. That gave them a suit to breathe in space.
Why do you think he couldn't see him as Bob Skylum? Because whenever he had that thing over his head, he activated his thing.
No.
So,
dude,
what upset me was
tell me in the comments.
Was when he had his glasses on, he didn't know who he was, and he took off his glasses. Oh, that's Phil. It's it's one of those little Superman, wears the glasses.
The reason why
you make sure by his eyes that's him to cover his pupils.
The reason why I drew that conclusion is because whenever they're talking, whenever they pick up that one girl that's they rescued on the moon in the ship. Whenever
Mary.
Right. Mary. So whenever they save her, they're talking around her, but they don't know she's a spy. They don't know if they can trust her yet. But they're speaking out loud we don't know if we can trust this girl yet. But she can't hear them.
maybe that's the case, but I don't think it hides their face.
Okay.
I think that thing is for space. You go out inside space.
I mean, because whenever he took off his mask, she's like, "Oh, you're handsome." Like she didn't know what he looked like until he took off his thing. Okay, I mean, I think I'm right. In the comments, you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. I think I'm right because there's like a little.
He had a
clues
cloaking
that told me.
technology to make his face.
So like they explained it to us, anyways. Go ahead.
Okay.
So more hypes.
Yeah, Bob Scallum twist. It's actually Philip. That really got me hooked on the show. Like, yo, this is gonna be a badass show.
Yeah.
Paul.
The political intrigue. I like It's a classic. Terra from Mars does it too. Anime. It's really good when we go to a different planet. When we as a species go to a different planet, will that happen? Will we recognize people from Earth on Mars as Martians? But hey, we tariffs like the same thing that's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, chicken prices, the egg prices. You're cheap. Like you don't deserve this. So we're gonna charge you $200 for eggs. You fucking commoners.
Mm.
I think that's cool. Like I like that. I love those stories because it kind of makes sense now. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like how America was born.
Yeah.
You build a colony somewhere, then after a while, they're gonna want to be on their own.
It's Code Geass level political
goes.
stuff, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
No,
But there wasn't enough in it.
I think we can all agree too. The fights were pretty sick.
Yeah.
The fights kind of held the show up. Like when they did happen,
For sure.
they were pretty sick. They looked really well drawn. I mean,
The robots attacking the army robots.
not a lot of CG. I appreciate only the robots being CG. That's it. Everything else is pretty much drawn like that.
And who wants to start us off with our gripes?
Oh God. Okay.
Shout out Studio Wit. You had nothing to do with the story. You had nothing to do with it. We know that.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah. So I'm sure we all agree there's a lot of gripes. They didn't explain stuff, guys. They did not explain things well, and when they did explain things, it happened way later when you'd want to hear it. You were kind of caught off guard because they explained something for like 5 minutes and then jumped to the next thing and like didn't bring it back up.
Right.
You're kind of on your own to make your own conclusions about this stuff.
Right.
And some of the stuff should be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So they should just tell it to us.
They didn't get into Sapientia at all until the last episode when you kind of get a little bit of like, oh, there's a round table of people.
Mm-hmm.
But does the AI control them? Do they control the AI? What's going on with Sapientia?
Right.
This fucking big force that's been a thing that you keep mentioning in the back of your talks and everybody follows. And they don't even explain what it really is or how it came about. That was a huge miss to me. Sapientia being the big bad villain really at the end and not explaining it makes no fucking sense to me. So that really pissed me off. There's more too, but y'all go ahead. Lack of explanation.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, that's probably like the big part of this whole entire thing. The thing that kills the score on this one. It just feels kind of like they didn't take as much time as they needed to take with it. This thing was 18 episodes. Maybe if they would have drawn it out to 24, maybe they would have fit some of this stuff in there.
I agree.
Just the lack of explanation on some of this stuff. I just like some like small detail stuff. When like I'd use this example earlier, but when Reese got her arm broken and shot Mary. Yeah, I wish they would have like explained how exactly that happened.
I mean, what I got from it was that
you have to make your own conclusion.
You
have to make your own conclusion.
You do.
But I would like to know, whose fault exactly was that?
Yeah.
Like, how did that go awry? And just because it only happened one time,
right?
So
it's only one time we ever saw Sapientia control the engraving from wherever he is. So yeah,
exactly.
True.
It.
So I mean, why didn't it do that before in like some other situations? You would think it would be, if it was going to be that control loop, you would think that it would have happened to maybe kill Bob Skylark at one point whenever Jag is holding a gun to him or something like that.
Right. Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah. If you had the power the whole time, why not take care of business when you could have? Yeah. Good point.
That's kind of just so like small details like that, and like that happens throughout the whole entire anime, and it's just like, give me something.
Paul,
definitely another example of that, the L zones.
L zones, terrible.
So this is like a Metroid-looking creature. There's no aliens in this anime, but apparently there is like squid creatures that can terraform planets.
Right.
Who made them? Was it Serpentia? Are they AI as well? Do they work for Serpentia? If so, why can't it control them? What's up with the reaction? Is it only seeds that can control them? Is that why they can't take them over? If you notice that every other being got drained of their life force, but for some reason Jack's like, and like shut it off. It was like, so are you the same thing as that in L-Zone? Are you part of that?
Seeds can't be hurt by it because they're terraforming 4 seeds to live on. That's kind of what you have to gather yourself.
What's I'm saying, but it's like, but where are they then? They just disappeared throughout the whole. I'm angry.
I can tell.
The levels reflect my anger.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of stories. Like I said, there's a lot of things. Like you don't put that in there and then like we'll just let them float away. Those critters will move. I was like, no, dude, those are alien creatures that now we don't know what to do with. Are we gonna use them again? They coming back?
Dude, remember whenever like really early on, the whole thing happened with the elevator falling and Jack gets blamed. He's under huge suspicion. They want to put him in jail and shit.
Right.
And then they give us a 1-year time skip, and all of a sudden he's hunting down Bob Skylum.
Fresh out of high school. He didn't even go to college yet.
Yeah. and just somehow all their childhood friends become also a secret assassin agency. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
They're all soldiers,
I thought you were dead, dude.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the criminals are brought into action with them, and they're not even really given any kind of leash. There's no leash on him, bro. He just runs away. Yeah. Even the other 2 criminals run away. There's no explosion on them like Suicide Squad. No, they just run away. Why even send them? It's just so many.
Well, they said they sent him so that way they couldn't run away from each other. You know, they have to be there to
just run around the moon.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
So another issue that I had was lack of like the characters explaining the plot to other characters. Basically, like whenever Phil wanted Jack to come with him, he was just like, "Yeah, just come with me, man.
Trust me.
You're on the wrong side. Come on, come with me." Whenever Jack goes to the other side, doesn't tell Reese.
Right.
It's like Reese is like, "I'll be back." He tells Reese, "I'll be back. I'll be back." It's like,
just say something.
No, just say why you do. Like these are your friends that have been your friends forever.
You go off alone all the time.
and then you just like
get in trouble.
I got to do this.
Yeah.
Like I have to do this. Like not like explain to them why you have to do it. You know, maybe they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
You know, maybe I won't try to kill you.
Right.
You know,
somebody can be solved with just like talking and then no, I'll be back in a year. Like, bro, I'll come back. I promise. Where are you going, dog? Just say where you're going. Like, what's going on?
Right.
I'm gonna go figure out what's going on with this. This is undercover. I'll give you information. Say that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you in a year. Like, or I'll see you. I promise I'll come back.
Or Phil could have told Jack, like, "Hey, bro, there's an AI that's controlling everything, and me and you were actually constructed from pods, and I had to let you. Like, I'm gonna come back for you, but we gotta take this down together."
You know what? You know what would have been sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm going with you, dude.
You know what would have been so fucking sick, and what I was waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
Wisby was Sapientia the whole time.
Yeah,
that's what I was waiting.
Twist.
Bro, Wisby had the insight on everything. And maybe it could have been like, I'm leading Phil to do this stuff. Really, you're working for me, and Phil doesn't know it.
Yeah,
That would have been so sick, but they went this direction with a giant jellyfish. You gotta stop. Yeah. I was so pissed, bro. So many missed opportunities, though.
Yeah, Wisby being bad would have been cool as fuck.
Oh, well, what about favorite characters?
The end credits, I'm just kidding. No,
one more gripe.
Yeah, more.
Just one more. If I real quick, if I have a elite group of bad guys, don't show me like different characters that look cool, like they look all cool and shit, and they have their own personalities. Like, oh, I'm an angry woman who's a tech genius, and I'm like,
also has like T-2000 powers and shit.
But then don't like show me cool shit with them that you showed me this badass rock. It's like showing me a pirate crew of full of elite lieutenants and never seeing them fight.
I'd
be fucking pissed.
We didn't even get any backstory on any of them. The doctor, what's your tentacle thing? Yeah. Where is that from? Are you an alien? Are you a human?
Because actually, I'm a prisoner of the military government to give me funding, and now this guy gave me
dog.
You know, that would have been cool.
Give us something on these characters you introduce.
Don't show me a cool guy with like a scar, like smoking cigarettes, and don't tell me what his like. He's obviously badass.
I honestly feel like if they would have made this a 2.5 hour movie, this could have been sick. Like cut out a lot of the fluff, make it 2.5 hours. It could have been great.
Another one another one with me. Yeah. When that general like flip sides, like they didn't give us like he just like flip sides. There was no like how long he's been working for. You know,
no backstory.
The moon, he just flip sides. It's like,
that pissed me off. That pissed me off too. He was the mole. Cool, he's the mole. But the year time skip, the second year time skip, all of a sudden, one of the top generals over there, I just left. You didn't give us anything. Like, what happened in between? Did you sabotage some shit? No, I just left and I just went over here. Like, dude, huge misses everywhere.
Favorite characters. I'm gonna go with the swole like
Little hair guy.
no the
the prisoner.
no the
Black dude.
The moon people, the general, the chick that had the superpowers that were never really explained.
Oh, the swole girl. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she was the doctor or something. They said. Okay.
She was really cool.
Her name was.
She could fight and everything. She was
Yeah.
really cool.
Her name was. I have it right here. Dr. Salamandra. Yeah.
She was
Cool.
really cool.
She was really cool actually. Give me Reese. Reese really shined later. Somehow she became a super elite fighter, but she really shined later, and I liked her. I love her whole thing.
They like. She was one of the characters that actually like had like good emotion,
Like personality.
Yeah, exactly. So like, all the other ones were just.
I like Mary too, but she was like a ditzy
Yeah.
bitch, like a random ditzy bitch.
Thoughty.
But yeah, Reese for sure. Paul.
What's the blonde guy's name? His friend.
Georg.
Georg.
It's not
Gay,
George.
Gay for short.
George. Nah.
It's Georg.
Yeah, I thought he was
I
cool.
swear to
I mean,
God.
he's a loyal friend. I thought it was funny how like Philip was like all like, "Who's this?" Like all getting all like jealous of him when they're in the church and they first meet each other, and he saved him and he blocked. He's like, "Huh? Because you already made friends without me, huh?" It's like,
Yeah, I
dude.
lived a life for 7 years later. Sorry.
I thought that was funny, but I thought he was cool. He was a cool friend. He was always down to like put himself in danger because he knew he's like, dude, he's getting himself into trouble again.
And he was always like the top guy. Like the,
He
Yeah.
was a badass fighter.
He's like, now I gotta save his ass again,
Yeah.
lock and load, and he fucking goes in.
He was better than Jack, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
like he got it. He got like the suit instantly.
yeah.
I feel like he was better than
That's why I thought he was his best friend on Eric. I was like, dude, okay, I'm sorry. I get Eric played the game with you, but Jack saved your. I mean, what's his name? Saved your fucking George.
Yeah, but like you can't replace those Halo 3 lobbies that they were in. You know.
Yeah. All right, that's my.
Yeah.
Favorite moments?
Probably the Phil revelation that he was.
Oh, okay. No. I was gonna say when Phil went and killed the whole entire AI in that group.
Oh, Sapientia? When he like, had the butterflies?
I wish they would explain it more.
What were the butterflies, dude?
I wish.
What were the butterflies?
I definitely wish they would explain it more, but I was definitely happy that happened. I was like, okay, he took down the whole thing,
dude.
And,
The seed power.
and then I was thinking, like, okay, well, they're definitely gonna explain it after this. You know, they'll cut to some story, and you know, they'll explain maybe who some of those people were and who Sapientia was, but they didn't.
I can't wait for it. And then I just saw Finn at the bottom. And it was over. It said Finn.
no.
Yeah, it said Finn when he went to go see Eric's tombstone.
I'm glad I got the Japanese because the bottom is English. It says end.
Oh yeah, it said Finn.
Cool.
It said Finn.
Like, cool.
Okay.
Just the fighting in general, like they did really well. The Studio Wit, shout out, you always do good. Just the fighting in general, like the suit mechanics and the flips, they actually showed you like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do like 2 flips and then slash in there, and the quick transitions of using the Ingrams into whatever they needed. Like I like how they scrolled real quick. Oh, HPK and fucking real quick. It was cool. It was a cool
Heartbreak
system.
Kid?
I won't wait to remake Hunter x Hunter. Anyways,
let's get to our ratings. I'm gonna go first. So, with all this being said, I watched this entire anime within four days. So like it had good things
bones?
in it, but the reason why I kept watching is because I kept thinking that they were gonna give me the answers that I wanted,
Yeah.
or answer some of the questions that I had. But it just felt like I just had more questions coming and coming. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna give it a 5.
damn.
That's fair.
This is something that I would not
Damn.
recommend somebody else to watch just
No.
because it just doesn't feel completed.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I had 6 written down, but I just.
Six gets into like the recommended territory for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're changing it now.
So-
Okay, it used to be 5 for me, but I guess 6. I'll
5
probably,
was okay.
5, just watch
5
it.
is-
Take it or leave it.
I mean, I always
Yeah.
put anything at 5 or under like red on when I put the numbers up. So I probably wouldn't recommend a red anime. So yeah, 6 would be recommend. So I'll give it a 5.5. 5.5 for me, Paul.
I'm disappointed. It has some of the best bones it has so much potential. Good minds came to this, and I think that's the problem. What Cray said, that too many great minds came into this, and there is conflicting ideas. They should have just got rid of one mind and then ran with the rest of them, and I think it would have been a whole more complete story, at least enough explanation for us. And I give it a 5 as well because there wasn't enough explanation.
I almost feel like they didn't watch it back when they were finished making.
They
made it and they didn't watch it back because how could they watch that and just say?
Would have asked the questions like, "Hey, what happened to the things?"
Yeah,
well, maybe because they already knew the answers, so they're like in their head, they're like, "Okay, that's why that happened." That's
maybe
why that happened,
yeah.
You know?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And they had an all-star, so we're not gonna remake it if the all-stars did this. Okay, sure, you got it. Send it out.
But yeah, even 5. It has the potential to be way better, but they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball.
We'll see in 20 years if they remake it.
I don't doubt it. This has horrible reviews. They're all around. People are saying the same thing. It's beautiful, but the story is so confusing. There's so many questions asked. It's convoluted. Same thing. So,
all right, guys. Well, this has been Cincinnati People. This has been Moonrise on Netflix.
There's an L zone right beside me, dude.
Go ahead.
Watch it. Don't watch it. It's a 5. You'll be frustrated if you do watch it. So, we're out.